General public comment is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items. We've provided up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to matters which are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board. The board may not take any action on matters discussed during the public comment period, and we have our city attorney on hand to ensure you stay on time and on topic. We will start with John Doe.
Good morning. Once again, this commission did not provide the Braille as requested. There's going to be about 10 more days until my claim of damages is going to be accepted or not. The only reason why I had to file a claim of damages because I'm suing only for $1. Let me tell you how it's going to happen. When I do file the suit, it'll be me as primary counsel. I'm going to have other counsel on there. And then what I'm going to do, legally, lawfully, and civilly, find out if you have spouses. Because since we're in a community property state, even though that you're in an official capacity, they're going to be included. That means I have to send a process server or another attorney over there to serve. And they'll probably serve around 6 in the morning and so forth. You have one person that is administration with this commission that is not providing Braille under the American Disability Act. Why does the city clerk always ask for the cover? Thank you.
We'll go next to Robert M. And then we'll go after that to Black Sabbath.
Candido Mayor. Sorry, they put me under another name. I want to thank Mr. Castillo, Mr. Victor Castillo, because, you know, individuals like him who have served this city for all these years, they have had to go through a lot. They've seen a lot. They've been asked to do things sometimes that wasn't right for the city, but they did the right thing and worked. And I hope you have a wonderful retirement, sir. But we have thousands of workers like that. In 2005, 13 DWP workers came to me and said, look, Mr. Perez, you got to look at this contract. It's filthy, it's dirty, and it's corrupt. And by golly, it was. When we turned it around, we ended up saving the city $2 million a year. So since 2010, it's probably about $25 million. I ask you folks, you're going to leave this position one day. Make sure that your heart is full of happiness, kindness, and goodness, that you did the right thing. Because you're going to be asked to do things that you don't really want to do. Don't do them unless you really feel you can really live with it the rest of your life. Thank you.
Next up is Black Sabbath.
Yes, case number CV09-06731 for the record. I want to point out a situation in which the city of Los Angeles has failed in more than one aspect. One, you're not providing safe sidewalks to walk on for pedestrians. Two, your curb ramps are in failure and damaging the pedestrian's right of use for a path of travel. And three, curb ramps. Very important to have curb ramps on all four corners. Now, it would sound stupid that you covered sidewalks, but the ramps, however, could not be covered unless the sidewalks themselves are covered. So a normal function of a LA municipal entity's responsibility, fix the fucking sidewalks and streets. Thank you.
All right, next up, we have cards for ADA.
So again, I ask, 844 South Uber Street, where is the repair? Where the fuck is my repair? There's still a hole in the sidewalk. They only put the little horse there and a couple of cones. Why won't you repair it? Is it because I'm black? Is it because I'm fuck category I have to be in? Who the fuck do I have to go to get a simple fucking repair of a goddamn hole? People stepping in it all the time. They always knocking that thing down. I got to put it back up. They knock it down. Somebody's going to put their foot in there and they're going to get killed. Where the fuck is it? And then on 8th Street between Rampart and Carondelet, you only fix the north side of the lights. Where's the south side? We're still dark on the south side. Stop treating me like a fucking human.
All right. Up next, we have Goat Puppet and Mike Greenspan.
That was Goat Puppet.
This was controversial. They wouldn't let me in today. Well, that's what I think of it. Okay. Now we're talking about our streets. Guess what, folks? I'm plugging Satakoy at Lancashire, both east side and west side. And not only do we have potholes, I would say if you put a yardstick, there's a good 3-foot pothole. It's even, hey, you could bring a rubber ducky or a little mini boat and float them around it. Let's see, where would it be? The southwest corner of Lancashire and Satakoy. I mean, that's how big it is. The bus even hits it, and it's a hump. I've been talking to you guys, even when we had 4 other incompetent members of the Board of Public Works that we have gotten rid of. I've been mentioning it that long. So, yeah, it sucks a dick like this. You won't fix Satakoy and Lancashire over there in North Hollywood. Thank you.
All right. I think that's the end of the cards for in person. Ms. Matson, if we want to go to the virtual platform.
First up, we have Audit LA. Audit LA, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I want to talk about the street permits and music. The Church of Scientology has been doing really loud music to where the neighbors have been writing and begging for help
Right, if
for the
we can ask
longest
the
Sorry.
time.
audience members to keep the noise down, please.
Yeah.
Did
Audit
you pause
LA,
my
I
time?
apologize. We're having a bit of audio issues. Please hold for 1 second.
Sure.
Power lies, these guys have been coming way before we ever started with our talking. They've been gadflies way before us. We're
Audit
actually
LA, could you try again, please?
we're in their
Can
territory.
I start my time over? Because I don't remember where I was. Can you hear me?
Please hold. So
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
Audit LA.
No worries. I didn't hear you, so I thought, okay.
Recording in progress.
Ganja was right. Oh, they're not froze. Okay.
Okay, maybe we can try this one more time. Audit LA, can you please try again?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you a bit better. Go ahead.
Okay, can I start over? Because I don't. Do I get my
Yes,
minute
absolutely. You
back?
can start over.
Thank you. Okay, I want to talk about like a little bit of a glitch. Okay, when you give the street permits to Scientology, what happens is that they play really loud music with woofers that are disturbing the neighbors to where they are begging for help. And they don't get police permits. I recently found out because they're a church, they're exempt from needing church permits. So they are abusing that. And I am begging you, for the neighbors' sake, who are literally going, they can't take it anymore, to put conditions in your permits, in the street closure permits, that they have to have some kind of like sound level, decibel, something that's within the law. Since they are exempt from the police monitoring them, I'm asking that you guys please put in something that, because they're taking advantage of it. And they are absolutely, it is more like sound audio terrorism at this point. And the neighbors need help. There's bunches of them, and they have a religious temple there too, begging them to give them 1 hour to have silence, and Scientology refuses to do it. They say in the neighbors, like in their apartments, their bones rattle. Their
Thank you,
walls
Audit
rattle.
LA. That's
Thank
time.
you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think maybe shall ask the city attorney. We're having a bit of audio issues this morning with the Zoom comments. It's a bit difficult to hear folks calling in and making comment. And I'm not sure that we'll be able to resolve it expeditiously.
Could the board hear that speaker on the, I feel like if the board can hear and make out what the speaker saying, we should let them continue with their comments.
But they say in the neighbors, like in their apartments, their bones rattle. Their
Thank you,
walls
Audit
rattle.
LA. That's
Thank
time.
you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think maybe shall ask the city attorney. We're having a bit of audio issues this morning with the Zoom comments. It's a bit difficult to hear folks calling in and making comment. And I'm not sure that we'll be able to resolve it expeditiously.
Could the board hear that speaker on the, I feel like if the board can hear and make out what the speaker is saying, we should let them continue with their comments.
Sir, in the red hat, I already warned you. If you can please keep the noise down, we can hear you. No. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And we'll try to get the volume up, but our board members can hear, so we'll continue with general public comment. Next up, we have Mona M. Mona M, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I unmuted myself. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you. And it is still, it's echoing again. However, I would like, if you can still hear me, I would like to talk about the ADA accessible parking spots all the way around L. Ron Hubbard Way, Fountain, Sunset, and Catalina. There are no ADA parking spots around the whole building. There is.
Next up, we have Mona M. Mona M, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I unmuted myself. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you. And it is still, it's echoing again. However, I would like, if you can still hear me, I would like to talk about the ADA accessible parking spots all the way around L. Ron Hubbard Way, Fountain, Sunset, and Catalina. There are no ADA parking spots around the whole building. There are parking spots accessible in the parking lot itself. However, you have to be a parishioner or attending the church in order to have an accessible parking spot. I think this needs to be looked at. I think this needs to be rectified, and it should be part of the Americans with Disabilities Act. I'm sorry, did I lose it? Thank you for the time.
Thank you. Next, we have Jill. Jill, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm suggesting you collect the money that you didn't collect from the planters being left there for all that time when they were told to remove them on L. Ron Hubbard Way. Secondly, do not go for the street vacation. I'm begging you not to do that. They had the meeting last night in Clearwater, Florida, and you need to watch their meeting on their YouTube channel because you need to see what's going to happen if you approve that street vacation. And also you need to walk around and see what's going on there. Why don't you guys all go take a walk around the blue buildings and see what's going on there? And also take that money, and maybe you can donate it to the Aftermath Foundation. They have billboards all over your city asking people if they need help to leave Scientology. If you do a street vacation, you're going to make people feel more trapped and not get that help that they need. Bye.
Thank you. Next, we have Gigi's phone. Gigi, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm calling about L. Ron Hubbard Way between Sunset and Fountain. They have not officially asked for a street vacation, but please do not sell that street to Scientology. Unless it's for like some crazy number, like, you know, $500 million or something like that, then go for it. But if you need money, and the city always needs money, put in metered parking on L. Ron Hubbard Way. There's no parking at all on that road for some reason, even though no one can back up why there's no parking. There's no proof of it being red zone or anything like that. So turn it into metered parking, get the city some money, and don't do a street vacation. I yield my time.
Thank you. Next we have Miriam. Miriam, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm here yet again to raise concerns about the preferential treatment given to the cult of Scientology when applying for event permits on L. Ron Hubbard Way. Unlike other organizations, they seem to face little scrutiny, and their frequent street closures disrupt the neighborhood while serving only their interests. Even more troubling is their pending application for a street vacation on LRH Way. This isn't about public benefit, it's about control. If approved, it will allow Scientology to close off the street, build an invisible wall, further isolating its members and hiding the abuses and the coercion that the countless former members have spoken about. The city should not be complicit in helping a criminal organization shield itself from public oversight. I urge this board to scrutinize these applications with the same rigor applied to any other group and consider broader implications of allowing this street to be privatized.
Thank you.
Thank you.
President Corson, we've been hearing general public comment for about 9.5 minutes. We have 2 additional hands raised. Shall I check to see if they'd like to make a general public comment?
Yes.
Georgina McPhee, do you wish to make general public comment?
Yes, please.
You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I want to add on quickly to Audit LA's comment when she was talking about the music. One thing she neglected to mention that I think is crucial to know is that they play the same song over and over and over and over. That's used as torture by the CIA and various other operatives. And this is what this so-called church is doing to their entire neighborhood routinely. It's quite maddening. It's very loud. And I'm calling in about the street vacation. It really needs to be halted. That road's a direct access to 2 major hospitals. That street is very valuable to the neighborhood. It needs to be opened up for parking. Closing off that street makes this human trafficking cult that has been proven in court to be a human trafficking cult. It makes their victims, it makes it harder for them to even try to escape. They need to have some avenue of escape. They are guarded. Thank you.
Last, we have Henry Marini. Would you like to make a general public comment?
Yes, general and a multiple agenda item, please.
Thank you. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
This board has still yet to operate in good faith and give me back the time I'm due for my public comment being suppressed as of last week. that cure and correct still has not been issued the relief I requested, which is simple 1 minute plus the 2 minutes I'm allotted for my comments on general and multiple agenda item, a total of 3 minutes, and the actions you took on those agenda items as of last week is null and void. 3 minutes total versus a court action. You realize that this is all leading more than just Scientology. This is showing government conspiracy and collusion to suppress constitutional rights. And that's the real game ender here, right? So why can't you make good on my cure and correct? Why can't you make good on a simple 3 minutes, but you want to extend it to suing the city and you in your individual capacities and waste the taxpayers' money? Why can't you make good on a simple cure and correct? And I'm not the only one. Make good on the cure and correct. It's a very simple request.
President Corson, that's it for the generals.
Thank you, Ms. Mattson. With that, we'll close the general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on to the multiple agenda items public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during the multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item. We'll start first with Mike Greenspan. You will have 2 minutes for items 1 and 2. Okay, just let us know which item.
Mike Greenspan. Yes,
I'm sorry, are you only wishing to speak on item 3?
Pardon?
He's speaking on 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Thank you. First of all, let's start in order on number 1. We're talking about public improvements, and what is here? Oh, good. And we're almost at $10 million for traffic signal backlog. Now we've got districts 13 and 14 missing out of this grab bag. And of course, we know, and I know, that the 9,915,000 will probably get up to be about 10, 11, 12 million dollars, because that's the way things operate. We always estimate low and we have overruns. So you're back here appropriating extra money. Remember, the city is $1 billion in the red. You better grab your hands on that money while it's there, because it's not going to be there. We're probably going to have to go back to paper checks, because when they're not worth anything, at least they'll be wonderful pieces of toilet paper, including your paychecks. Now, we look at the next item, which is sidewalk repair. Oh, this one's good. Almost $2.5 million, $2,474,074. And of course, districts 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 14 are missing from this. All right. 14 and 15. And go out on the Main Street side, take a left, walk about a block. You'll see some big necessary sidewalk repairs. They were trees in these brick things, planters. They're all falling apart, breaking up, because the roots are breaking them up. And once they break up on the sidewalk, guess what they do? They go under the curb and break it up on the street. I know, I live in North Hollywood. I see this stuff happening. The tree roots are now breaking up the asphalt on the street. So you don't have to go too far. I've talked about this in front of Public Works and City Council. I've mentioned those trees by the Bower Square, you know, that dead mall that needs a record ball for improvement. That one. Now, as we go to, once again, more things. That was sidewalk repair. Now we've got traffic backlog, and now our permits. $72,787 for the fiscal year from 7/1/2024 to 6/30/2025. Hey, how come we weren't paying these dues in July or in August? How come? Let's see, we're in April and 2 months away from the fiscal year ending, or almost 3 months, and we're just paying the dues. Didn't you know we're in $1 billion budget deficit? And just to let you know, Blumenfield, who plays Santa, managed to completely shoot the wad in the reserve fund. So there's no money to pay these dues. They should have been paid last year, calendar year.
Right. Next up, we'll go with ADA on all items. You'll have up to 3 minutes.
Yes. So now we get to number one. I was driving down a goddamn signal and it was going red blink, red blink, red blink, red blink. And it took a goddamn day to get through there. Look at that. CD 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 don't have any bad street lights. As Hollywood and Echo Park. Why do the real backlog? Why are the other 13 districts being treated discriminatorily? What is so special about CD 13 and 14 that they're getting a disproportionately fast response by your racist criminal board of public works? That's what this shows. And FBI agents watching out there, this is what these people at City Hall do. They prioritize based on race, income level. They don't give a fuck about the poorest people. They don't give a fuck about Koreatown. They don't give a fuck about Little Tokyo. They don't give a fuck about Reseda. They don't give a basketball. How do you dribble a basketball and get paid billions of dollars for it, but we don't have any goddamn sidewalks anywhere else, fool? What kind of jibbery bullshit are we dealing with here? And I'm the motherfucker wearing the Christmas hat. And I'm the one talking scene. Jesus Christ, you racist. And then we got CD4 with the ramen noodle, who we call Noodle. She's on 229 Waverly Drive. And you want to do what? You want to remove a beautiful tree. Why do you want to remove such a beautiful tree? Because you got your money laundering motherfucking developer project. See what happens is they come to the council and go, but I got this beautiful city tree in the way, and these motherfucking racists won't let me do. Well, you just put that motherfucking donation in my office over account for $45,000. So and it covered and every fucking time. The only person who stopped this was the late Kevin James. Please stop killing our trees and give me my streetlights back.
All right, we'll go next to Goat Puppet.
Yeah, I see here in item 4, tree removal of oak trees. You know how long it takes for an oak tree to mature, but yet let these white fucking trash fucking developers build with. That needs to stop. Stop, Noodle, and fuck Noodle. Now look at this sidewalk repair program. The same goddamn repair program I talked about during my public comment. Barden versus Sacramento. Anything the city fixes, repairs, or builds with conditions of sidewalks and streets, you need to include curb ramps and goddamn fucking repairs to sidewalks. They come together as one under Title II and under the federal section of 504 Rehabilitation Act. It's facts, right? So I, in faith, know that you're going to do something soon to repair that goddamn sidewalk of a 200 First Street, Spring Street, whatever fucking street it is. I can't even fucking remember. But you got the picture. You get the point. LA Times puts these fucking barriers on the sidewalk and street. Fucking mayor puts these fucking chinchero chain link fence on the street. How the fuck do you expect me, after dealing with those white supremacist motherfucking Scientology, putting their shit on the sidewalks? They're a cult. They rape women and children. They brainwash women and children. And you support that fucking shit? when all you have to do is recover the money they stole from the public on those fucking streets, those fucking sidewalks, and all these allegations that are brought up before Scientology on this shit of sidewalk repair programs. So either just like some of you are here. I never heard this goddamn kangaroo guy ever say a fucking word here about these conditions. I want him to speak. It's those fucking Chinese people from out there in the goddamn across the seas that brought COVID. Now they're bringing a plague against the sidewalk and streets. No repairs. Why? Why is that? Why do I have to walk in the goddamn street without those repairs? It violates Title II and it discriminates. I heard that goddamn word today. Discriminates against goddamn people of ethnicity and of minorities.
All right, we'll go next to Black Sabbath.
Podcast. Thank you.
All right, I think that is the end of our in-person multiple agenda item public comment. Ms. Matson, if we have anyone on the virtual platform.
We have two. Audit LA, you have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Good morning again. I believe I have an answer to Goat Puppets for the number one why CD13 has all the things they need. It's because there's so many Church of Scientologies and in that area, and they have absolute influence over this city. And to me, that's the short answer, and that's also the answer why nothing's being done, like with the curbs there, the sidewalk there, everything. They get away with everything, the music, everything, abusing permits. It's CD13. That's why it's Scientology. I also want to go to where Bureau heads update on the Bureau of Engineering. I want to ask him to please let us know where we stand with Scientology's asking for a street vacation. We know they have retained Mr. Delvac to do it. We know it is coming. They have said so. And so we want to be kept, to know when this is happening and where we're at, because we are going to be vehemently fighting against it. They are not going to turn, as H. Gilger would put it, East Hollywood into the Vatican City. It's not going to happen on our watch. As far as Bureau of Street Services, again, the streets, okay, L. Ron Hubbard Way, there's no red curb. The city so far, I have everyone trying to find information on whether or not it's really a no parking. There's no one in the city that has an answer so far. Okay, so why is there not parking there? There are 3 hospitals in that area and a metro station. They need parking, okay? People are paying Scientology to park in their lot as they work at the hospital. That is great for Scientology. They get money and it looks like they're busy because they're not. Nobody's really going in and out of there. And so, but it's not fair to people. I wouldn't want to park there. I wouldn't want people to recognize my car and say, oh my God, you're a Scientologist. No offense to them. No, they can do what they want, but I wouldn't want that. I would rather park on the street. Okay. And as far as the sidewalk one, yes. I mean, you guys, please, I can't be there today because my chair is almost to the point where it won't even go anymore. It's completely almost kaput. And it's the big reason, the metro, the doors closing in on me, the street, the no curb cutouts and having to go over this horrific. We have the Paralympics coming. Are you guys preparing for that? Like, we do need street repair. We need light repair. That's the other, right. There's no lighting here in the valley everywhere. It's so dark. And I know you're in the process, but it really needs to get done. It is terrifying, especially I have one of my best friends coming home on a bus at night and having to walk a few blocks at night. She's terrified. She's like, it's so dark. You have to carry a flashlight just to walk, through city blocks. It shouldn't be that way. But 13 doesn't have that problem because Scientology, I guess they need it lit up so, they can use their tag readers and everything and their cameras work. So they make sure they're lit because they need that good backlight camera, for their cameras. So because the police get to use their cameras. And, and what church needs thank you.
Next, we have Henry Marini. You have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
I'm just going to start by front loading every comment I make. If I get interrupted, take that as you file my cure incorrect, and I expect it filed over email. I'm sick and tired of this, and I'll move on now to my related agenda item comments. I had to watch and endure as my good friend Auda, who just spoke, get trapped on the very same sidewalk that these alleged items are claiming to fix, and yet they don't. She was trapped there. She was trapped. That's harm. That's a suit. And that's a person I care dearly about, and so do much of the city here. That's your fault. We know from a city council member, it takes 10 years. So despite you have these items on your agenda, it actually takes 10 years for you to actually use that money to actually fix the damn sidewalks and put some damn lights on there. 10 years, that's a fact. 10 freaking years. That begs the question, what the hell are you actually doing with this money? And where the hell is it actually going? 10 years to fix a damn sidewalk. 10 years to fix a damn sidewalk. 10 years. My friend got stuck on there. That is utterly shameful. Shame on you. Shame on you that you would let this poor, helpless woman get violated in such a way. Shame on you. 10 years to fix a sidewalk. And you talk about money and the fact that the city is broke, as per the controller, over $1 billion. I'm going to let you know on a little secret on how you can get money the legitimate way. You don't have to do what Weezar did. You can make it legitimately. You know how you can do that? You can do that by actually following through on 5611, 5612, and collecting the fees, $2,500 a day per violation. Each is a new charge against Scientology for the blockade illegally of the public right of way on their campus over at 4810 West Sunset. That's how you get the money. They owe you over $2 million now. $2 million that they owe you. That is enough to secure. You don't even have to do a bid. You have 3 items here on that. You don't even have to do a bid. That alone secures the funding to repair the sidewalk so that my good friend Audit doesn't get trapped there. $2 million so you can actually do your damn job and fix a sidewalk, hopefully in under 10 years, and you get it legally from Scientology. You don't have to do what Weezar did. Because Weezar did run a racketeering scheme. You don't have to do that. You can do it legally. Find them through LAMC 5611, 5612, and just do your job and criminally write an affidavit in support for a criminal misdemeanor charge under the violation of the public right of way, under the same statutes I just gave you, and everybody would see you as heroes. They would love you. Do your job, get some money. They owe you over $2 million. Go and get it. You're broke. The city controller said so himself. And that way you don't have to have helpless, defenseless women get trapped on a damaged sidewalk because you let it happen. She got trapped. 10 years it takes to fix a sidewalk.
President Corsan, that's it for our public comments today.
Great. With that, we'll close multiple agenda item public comment for today's meeting and move on to the approval of the minutes for Wednesday, March 19th. If there's a second to my motion to